Oh shoot. Y'all, hold up. Let me see who up in here. How y'all doing? Hey, hey y'all. Hit the like button. I know everybody ain't awake, but if you up, hit the like button. Okay, let me speak to everybody. Hey Silver Diamond. Hey Kia. Hey Bianca. Okay. See Maze, you made it up in here? Okay, good. This that late night where we can talk like we want to talk. Okay. So listen. Even if it's just us, y'all please hit the like button. Everybody else have to catch it on replay because we know them Negroes is asleep. We up though. We up. Hey Fly Gray Street girl, what you doing up? Wait a minute, wait a minute. This wasn't even supposed to be this many people up. I thought it might have been one or two for sure. But that's all right if it's a few of us. Now let's talk. Now, first of all, I am late watching this episode of P Valley. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. So I finally watched this episode, right? Y'all, this season is giving me everything that I need. It's giving me everything that I need, meaning that I feel like it's less strip club and more drama, more plot twists. Y'all, this thing is getting crazy. You just getting up Fly Gray Street. Oh man. So listen. Now we're gonna talk about some other stuff too. We ain't gonna make it all about this. But we got to talk about this because it's messing with me. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw and what I think about what I saw. Now I'm bugged out that they done took it all the way to the metaphysical, and I think that this is gonna have some implications later on in the season, y'all. I think so. It's crazy. I knew that dude was bad news from last season, and now here he is again. Even after he dead, he's still a problem. It is messing with me. I cannot believe this is really happening. Bianca Silver Diamond, did y'all watch this? Kia, did y'all watch this episode? And ain't nobody tell me all this was going on. See, I knew the first episode, everybody was looking for a whole like big explosion. I wasn't looking for a big explosion in the first episode. I really wasn't. Hey, Miss Gigi, I think um I felt like the first episode did what it was supposed to do. It sold up a lot of the loose ends and let us know what was coming. Well, so we thought. And then this episode is really it sent me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, it sent me. So first of all, you gonna watch it in a little while. You got to. You got to. You talking about R.I.P. the cousin Ruffin. Yeah, Tydale gone. Tydale is gone. Hey, Miss Kaiser say. And I'm kind of glad Tydale is gone. But we found out some real cool stuff about Tydale. We really did. So it's like you more tolerable dead than alive, Tydale. I think that's the moral of the story. So first off, let me just say this. This autumn night heifer, this yellow heifer, she on my nerves. I didn't like her last season. I don't like her this season. And I think we seeing a real nasty side to her, like her real true colors is coming out. And something is telling me, hey D Marie, but something is telling me that they shouldn't have helped her. They shouldn't have helped her. They should have let that dude go on. But I guess at the same time, if they hadn't helped her, she wouldn't have been able to keep Tydale from taking the club from Clifford. Even though now she got possession and she darn near finna, take the club. In my opinion, and I feel like not only take the club, I feel like she trying to run it into the ground. Oh, you mean from the first episode, that bright green girl? You know green is my color now. You know green my color. So anyway, she up there while they auditioning the girls to work there at the pink or whatever. Mercedes supposed to be the one grabbing the girls. Mercedes grabbed. She was getting ready to grab the three she wanted. She grabbed the first two. This idiot go grab the third girl, the one that can't even climb the pole. I'm like, what? How this gonna work? So she said she gonna put her at the bar, which I just felt like that was just so ugly and disrespectful. But it's whatever. And I think she be forgetting that you staying at Mercedes' house. Like you really are a mess. Then moving along, I'm gonna tell you the other thing. Hey, Savannah Rios, it's morning. It's morning. Okay. Then the clear boy, the one that go with Keyshawn, Miss Mississippi. Y'all, he pulled a classic clear boy move. He did because Diamond beat his tail. This one here had the nerve to try to go to the police. Yep, I said it. Tried to go to the police. Typical clear boy move. So you tried to go for bad, and then because you got your tail beat, then you tried to go to the police to get this man arrested. Boy, stop. You such a clown. It's bad enough your woman saw you get beat the hell up. Now she saw you being a whole cop caller. You calling the law. Or as they say here in Houston, you calling the laws. Okay? I still don't quite understand that vernacular, but that's what they say now. But anyway, so he tried that and that ain't work. But the sheriff messed around and mentioned that he worked over there at the dollar store. And this boy here done put two and two together and realized when that girl ran out talking about getting diapers that she was really going to try to see Diamond. And she done flipped it back and lied about that too. But that's a whole nother thing. Then the sheriff was wanting to know Autumn's real name. Now, I feel like that's a little bit of foreshadowing, y'all, because something is telling me what's gonna happen with this sheriff, because he's gonna find out who she really is, and Miss Thing probably got a record, and then she probably gonna end up from that club. Now that's what I think is gonna end up happening with that. If that happens and Clifford is still part owner, then maybe they can stop her from selling it off to them people. Talking about she waiting on a big D offer, and it'll keep her from running the club in the ground because she's gonna run that club in the ground. Now that's just what I'm thinking. Then Corbin had nerve to come by there with Tydale's godson, still trying to offer $500,000, knowing that they stand to make millions. Typical clear people move. So then like I said, it was the fact that Clifford ended up leaving the club in a huff because Miss Thing was too disrespectful. She talking about, you don't know how to run no club. He been running the club. You just getting there. You don't know nothing about running no strip club, and she running it in the ground. And it's just the fact. Then we get to Patrice Woodbine, the fake preacher, Mercedes mama. This heifer over there singing where the blessings reside. I like the die, y'all. I say, not where the blessings reside. Help me, somebody. But that's what the woman said, honey. She said, "Where the blessings reside," and I said, "I knew she was trifling." So then, now, when Clifford went storming in the house, first thing Ernestine said was, "What she do now?" So apparently, Haley been pissing everybody off. She been not doing what she supposed to do. Then Clifford, he turning 40, so he all depressed and talking filthy. But that's neither here nor there. He goes to his room to cry. Grandmama Ernestine got to go answer the door, and guess who done came by the house, y'all? God darn little murder. So little murder come by the house, and Clifford trying to hide behind the door to tell Ernestine to say he ain't there. But the boy done seen him in the mirror, so he just left a message and said what he wanted to say because he knew Clifford was listening and let him know he finna go on tour. So that was whatever. So anyway, then you get back to this godson. I told y'all I don't like this boy. I don't like him and I don't trust him. It's like I don't like Haley and I don't trust her either. So his godson get over there, he see a splitter on the water hoses and see people, jacked into Tydale's water. So he trying to figure out what's going on with the water. And they let him know Tydale been paying everybody water bill over there. So he goes to the house, y'all, he digging through papers. Come to find out Tydale been paying $10,000 a month in water bills for the people in the hood. So apparently he was skimming money one place and paying money somewhere else. That's why I said I think I like him better dead than alive. Even though he was alive and he was helping them people, but now it's 5 months. And a lot of them people, like the man say, they 5 months in the hole because Tydale was paying a water bill. At the same time, if he was paying your water bill for all that time, you should have had some money put up. You mean to tell me all that time he been paying your water bill? After the first month when he first passed, I could see you being a little stuck. But like by the second month, this man is gone. You should have had something in the book. Okay? This is P Valley. Girl, it do sound like tea because it be some real tea going on this show. That's why I like it. And I like the fact that this season they came up out the strip club. Like the real drama ain't got nothing to do with the club except for Mercedes. But we gonna get to that. Then get this. After the clear boy figured out, oh my God, it's my girl. Hey Esmene. You in the office trying not to laugh. Okay, I'm gonna try to tell y'all what happened without being silly. Okay, so then the clear boy found once he figured out that Mississippi Keyshawn lied and snuck out the house. And this boy had the exact time, talking about at 12:24 p.m. Ain't no way in the solemn hell. And I do mean ain't no way in hell. Ain't nobody finna be clocking me that hard. I'm sorry. If you don't trust me, let me go. Okay, let me go. Please. That's some foolishness. But she tried to lie, and then she was like, "Well, I went. I didn't know he worked there." Then she said he was just out there yelling at everybody. He even yelled at me. And this coochie, because I don't know another word to call this boy. He the clear boy. He then jumps up and goes to the phone. I mean, just a whole Karen, y'all. He went to the phone trying to get the man fired. So you couldn't beat him. So then you tried to get him arrested. You got your feelings hurt because the sheriff was like, "We don't know who started it. So if we charge him, then we got to charge you." So when that didn't work, he went straight Karen, y'all, and called the dollar store to get him fired from the dollar store. Are you really hurting him by getting him fired from the dollar store, baby? The club back open. So anyway, I just was like, this is so embarrassing. And so I guess she figured it out about that time. Then she asked it like, well, how did you even know I went to the dollar store? And so then, he tried to blame the sheriff, but then he ended up telling that, when you go, I have your location sent to my phone. That's a hot mess. And then she gonna say, well, he even said you call him a gutter Nigga. And he was like, guys like him. Guys like that. What you mean, guys like that? Black guys? That's why I say some of these sisters running up talking about, oh, I'm gonna go get me a clear boy or whatever. Just know that's what they think of you too. They don't just think that about the men, they think that about you too, right? While they sweating and grunting over the top of you. They think the same thing about you that they think about the men. Okay, understand you the women that give birth to those men. Those men are the men that are your fathers. That's why you look like you look. They feel the same way about you too. I think Keyshawn might be starting to put two and two together, but y'all know she low key slow and she's a window licker. It might take her another couple years to get that together. But anyway, he telling her he want her to stay at the house and just be online. The girl want to go actually get some money because he ain't getting no money. So I guess she's supposed to sit up in the house and be poor and foolish eating pottage meat and soda crackers with him. Okay? Now that's what I believe. That must be what he expects her to do. Bianca said I still have to watch the second episode. I have to catch up at work today because woo, girl, you got to catch up. It's going on. You say sweating? Yeah, sweating and grunting. Sweating and grunting and calling you a nigga in their head the whole time. That's what's going on. Hey, Sin City from Nola. So then get this now. Then Lil Murder is riding around in a goddamn hearse with water. They go to the prison to get their friend that's getting released, talking about he gonna be security. How you got a criminal as security? I say, Lord, this is a mess. You riding around in a shiny chrome hearse with a red velvet, pardon me, not even velvet, a red velveteen interior, crushed velvet interior, and going to pick up your friend from the prison. I say, have mercy. And then the fact that the boy had to get out of prison and put on the same clothes he went in that was improper. They didn't even send the boy an outfit. You could send an outfit to classification for your friend in prison. Why your friend got to get out wearing the same clothes they wore when they went in? Why is that? What is this about? I was too through. So anyway, then Rome stopped by the people's house to try to, convince the clear boy to release Keyshawn from her house arrest and showing her about her lashes that she's selling and this and that. And the clear boy, only thing he worried about is I don't know about that little murder guy. I don't like the way he look at her. Not even knowing little murder don't even play on that team, baby. You goofy as hell. Keyshawn went asking real questions. This boy, it's like he's too ignorant. You don't even know how to conduct business. She was smart enough to know why Rome up there talking about, oh, she blue guap princess blase squaze and she gonna stay at this hotel and that hotel. She was like, but is that coming out of my money or is that coming out your money? And what about wardrobe, X, Y, and Z? Who money do that come out of? If the whole thing is gonna be financed off my cut, then what's the point of me going? And then the clear boy sitting over there smirking. Hey DT. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you made it. But and then he's sitting over there smirking because Keyshawn asking real questions, but he don't even know what to ask. It's like, why are you even here? Why are you talking? You have no idea what's going on, but you want to be in the middle of everything. And the only thing you could think to ask about was Little Murder. Boy, bye. You goofy as hell. Little Murder will probably holler at you before he holler at Keyshawn. That's all I'm saying. So now, how about one of them heifers? And I think it's the one with that red mohawk, that real disrespectful hooker. She gonna give Mercedes some green alcohol, keep calling her Big Mama, and like she a grandma or something. Like she real disrespectful because Mercedes kept having pain with the shoulder. And then they switch over to Clifford house. So the darndest thing happened. He's sitting up there looking at pictures of Little Murder acting like a teenage girl swooning over a picture on his phone. And Grandmama Ernestine was like, come take the trash out, it stink. So we see somebody at the window looking in. So at that point, y'all, I got scared. Yes, DC, Miss Thing had a red mohawk and it looked like a 27-piece mohawk. Is really what it looked like. And she got her side shaved. She extra ghetto with a side of project. Yes, indeed. So in any event, in any event, she somebody was looking in the window. So I got scared. I'm like, oh my God. Somebody at the window standing at Grandmama Ernestine, and you know she blind, so she ain't gonna see the people standing there to the window. So Clifford come out and wasn't nobody at the window. So I'm like, well, dang, maybe it was, something else. Maybe it really wasn't nobody. He go out the door to catch the trash. He see what's going on over at the pink, I guess, online, and he looking at his phone. Somebody came up, child snatched Clifford up. He fought him off, took off running. They caught him. Child, they put duct tape on Clifford's mouth, put a whole look like a mask or ski mask or something over his head. Throw him in the trunk of the car, y'all. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, somebody done got Cliff. What's going on? How about this Negro in the trunk of the car praying, talking about, Lord, forgive me about that time me and Big L robbed that bank and forgive me for helping them chop up that Negro and throw him in the swamp. I say, what the hell is going on? Child, look. Savannah say, ooh, I gotta watch this. You better watch it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Wait a minute. DC say, nah, this ain't it, everyone. Why do we got 21 watching and 10 likes? Y'all, please hit the like button for me. Don't do me like that. Say, like this video like the clear boy who like being everybody's business. That's right. Like it like that. So, child, then how about, hey, Sydney Edwards, thank you, boo. So how about they pull him out the trunk? It's a surprise party at the skating rink. Y'all, and guess who's at the surprise party? You know what? They be doing too much. Remember I told y'all Patrice was up there talking about where the blessings reside? How about Relly B was in the darn episode of P Valley? Yes, y'all, the rail was at the skating rink at Clifford's party. They had Clifford's clothes there. Turned out Grandmama Ernestine was in on the whole thing. So she messed around and she done sent clothes and everything. Child Clifford done got fixed up, put on makeup, crown and all, and sitting on the crown in the middle of the roller rink. And then he ended up messing with the boy that rent out the roller skates. I'm like, Lord, Clifford, you doing too much. But I guess, he gotta do what he gotta do, I suppose. They ain't my business. But I thought it was cute that it was a whole like surprise party because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, Lord, somebody done snatched Clifford. First, I thought it had something to do with little murder. Then I say, well, maybe it got something to do with that Negro they killed. I didn't know why they snatched Clifford, but it had me concerned for a minute. It really did. I thought this was it for Cliff. I say, dang it, they done got you. So anyway, Cliff was sitting up there before he went messing with the boy that rent out the roller skates. Cliff was sitting up there fantasizing about little murder. I say, this is ridiculous. I ain't with this. This is ridiculous. So anyway, them girls is back at the club. They getting ready to go out on the stage. So they practicing in the champagne room, getting their stuff together. Oh Lord, DT, what's your crazy tail say? Say, let's go, Clifford. Let him do him like I ride Ralph Pittman Jr. Oh my gosh. I ain't study you, DT. You crazy. I love it though. So listen, they up there practicing, and the pole that's in the champagne room, y'all, it just started swinging for no reason. So one of the little new heifers, she a witch. She a whole witch. Mercedes came in there in the little dressing room where they was all getting ready. She up there swinging crystals in the air like she trying to, I guess, craft or something. I don't know what the hell she was doing. So anyhow, baby, the witch in there, they practicing the witch, the red mohawk, and Mercedes. And the pole in the champagne room started swinging for no reason. So the witch was like, something up in here trying to talk. So it's like, let's go ask it a question. So then Red Mohawk was like, am I gonna make some money tonight? The pole responded in the affirmative, like, you gonna make some money. So then the witch looked at Mercedes and was like, it's your turn. You need to go ask it a question. And right about that time, Autumn Night come in, interrupt in the nick of time. But Mercedes still had a bad feeling. So she get up there, they go to dancing or whatever. You know her, she can't stand to be upstage. So them girls was doing the absolute most. They all up in the rafters, y'all, acting crazy. So Mercedes being Mercedes, she got to try to get her attention. She down there on the floor dancing. They looked at her. She seen everybody eyes watching them girls, so she went up the pole. But her shoulders started acting up. Hey, Lala. And well, I put garlic in all my food. I think I'm safe. This nut say, okay, so do we need to eat some garlic and read our Bible after this show because they got witches, crystals, and mohawks in abundance? I would suggest it. Add extra garlic to your collards tomorrow, y'all. But listen, so she go climb up the pole, but you could kind of see she was struggling. Like, what's going on with Mercedes? You know she's strong as a quarter horse. Why Mercedes struggling? Baby, that shoulder gave out and Mercedes fell. Oh my God. Well, right about that time, then they had to call Clifford. So when she wakes up, Clifford done came quick as possible, took her out there in the country to see Diamond. So I'm like, well, what the hell Diamond gonna do? Child, why y'all ain't tell me Diamond be working hoodoo? Y'all Diamond back there working hoodoo. He done worked his hoodoo on uh on Mercedes and it was a trip. It was a trip. And so he went to doing his thing and he supposedly pulled something out of her shoulder. It was all over her, but he pulled it out of her shoulder. And it was a scale there, y'all. He put it in the scale the same way he said mouth. And she was like, what the hell? And he was like, yeah, because pulling the trigger takes 7 pounds of pressure. I say, I know you lying to me. And so by that time, she feeling better or whatever. But she done went off on Autumn like, girl, it's your fault, which it is, because she the one brought all that trouble over there. Then, then they see that he still got the man ring, but he got it like in some type of situation, he done hoodooed the ring because he said he don't want the hag riding him. And Autumn telling him, you can't just have that here. That's evidence. Like, girl, shut up. People done somebody else done did some killing for you. They done hear the whole body for you. And you sitting up here trying to tell them what they can't do. Girl, bye. And then Mercedes done fell off that pole, all this misfortune because of you. Madam, it's just too much. You see what you say. Say, no, not the hoodoo. Read the Bibles, add extra garlic, and have holy oil and water at the ready after this show. I'm telling you, Diamond is out there working hoodoo in the bushes at his house. Now, if that's his real house, I know if I went to your house and you had all that stuff up in there, I ain't never coming back no more. Okay? But Diamond had all that stuff in his house. And he did his hoodoo. I didn't see a chicken foot, but it looked like he had everything else. So anywho, they out the door, and she telling him just come on back to the club. And the white boy did eventually. I'm sorry, excuse my vernacular. The clear boy did get him fired from the dollar store because he had a bunch of other complaints. So now he back to the paint because he need a job. Mercedes done throwed Autumn out of her house, which she should have been throwed her out her house. Enough for her. And then that's how that kind of went down. Mind you, Diamond is not Diamond, but Autumn is an idiot. She up there talking about, we could sage the club. Like, girl, did you not see this boy's working actual hoodoo? And you talking about burning herbs and spices. If you got some sage, you better put it on a Cornish game hen and make you some cornbread dressing. That's what you better do with that sage. That boy over there working actual hoodoo. And you need to be careful how you talk to him. You be done said the wrong thing and wake up and frogs will be coming out your anus. Like, I don't want nothing to do with this fella. Something's wrong with him. Okay, you big, muscular, scary, and you shake chicken feet. I'm scared of you, officially. So anyway, then they switch back over to Keyshawn. She up there got to work this man to get him to release her from the house so she could go work. Cause you ain't got no job. He worse than Tommy from Martin. Sitting up there broke as Joe's turkey, don't want her to work. Just sit here and let me have a slave. People that own slaves had money, I heard. But I guess, it's a new day and age. It is what it is. And she had the nerve to tell him, I almost killed a man for you. But so in that mix, Keyshawn, that the same man you draw the gun on, you took a chance, threw away diapers that wasn't even bad, to go running up there to get in that same man's face. Yes, because that's what you do with sage, okay? Make you a nice sage here. You can make your rub out of oregano, sage, thyme, rosemary. Add you extra garlic and onion powder, mix it with your cooking oil, and rub it all over the skin of that hen. That's what you need to do with that hen. Say, was a clear boy a church lady in his previous life? He's in the gossip a lot. I believe he was. He is there. I believe his mama named Karen or his middle name. One of the two. One of the two. So yeah, that happened. And so anyway, y'all, little Miss Yellow Autumn Night ended up having to stay at the club. She had to stay at the club because Mercedes was like, "No, tomorrow ain't soon enough. You gotta get out tonight. Get out my house." So she say, "Get this, y'all." Mercedes say the dead man keep coming to her saying, "I took her and her child in my house and she ran out on me like a thief in the night." I say, "God damn." So she gonna tell Mercedes, "Well, I came back for you." She said, "It took you long enough." Mm-hmm. Lord DT say yes, a Cornish hen, just not the clear people's version. Exactly. Don't worry, mine is good. And I'm gonna tell you another trick. If you cut that skin and put pats of butter under the skin, it won't dry out on you. Just word to the wise. Word to the wise. So anyway, she started sleeping at the club that night because Mercedes was like, "You got to get the entire hell up out of him." Okay, now remember what I told y'all earlier. It was them in that darn club swinging that pole back and forth while they was in their room. That's number one. And then number two, whatever's going on with them spirits that was messing with Mercedes' shoulder and sold her off that pole. Okay. So now she's sleeping in there by herself because ain't nobody else sleeping in there. They went home. Okay. And if Tadia Godson ain't show up, she wasn't even gonna know that Big L had left the front door. Yeah, this dangerous as hell. So she up in there by herself, and when she walked out the back to come out front, cause she want to slide around the pole, she could never dance, but I guess that's what she wanted to do. That child, you could look at the security monitor, and I could swear I saw that Negro, the dead man in that suit, standing on the security monitor in the champagne room. I say, oh god dang, this season about to have me with the heebie-jeebies. They about to have me with the whole heebie-jeebies. So I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's gonna go. Then Tadia Godson get there, and she up there talking about, I don't. The first lady ever took me and told me don't pack your bags, always be ready to roll. Like she talking big stuff, like she prepared to turn on them and sell that club out from up under them people at any minute. I don't trust that heifer. And truth be heard, Clifford did not trust her either. And if I had my guess, the only thing gonna save Clifford this time is if he find out that this heifer got a record and turn her over to them people. That's gonna be the only thing save him this time, and I hope he got the heart to do it because I know I would. She is trifling. Hey, Quiet Storm 87. Ooh, this said we need 4 more lights now. 4 more lights. And DT, you right. Butter is the world's delicacy. Only thing better than butter is bacon fat. If you ask me. Say if I'm watching this show, I'm watching this in the daytime with holy water and a priest on speed dial, confessing my sins. Listen, watch it in the daytime, DC, please, because I was sitting up here jumping. Oh my gosh. Now, the scene that scared me the worst was when they grabbed Clifford, then that turned out to be nothing but a surprise party. So that was good news. But they had me shook for a minute. And then when she was in that darn club and I seen that dead man on that camera, oh my God. I say, y'all bugging. Let me up out. Let me out. Let me out. See me say, think back to season 1 when she had a meltdown about Uncle Clifford keeping her ID. Yeah, that heifer got a record. She got a record, see Maze, you sure right. Clifford gonna need that info. Clifford is gonna need that info to save himself because that girl is not to be trusted. She got every intention. If she can get the offer she want, or even part of the offer she want, or close enough, she gonna take that money and burn off on them, and they gonna be stuck with no club, no nothing. Now that's really what I think. That is really and truly what I think. But that's neither here nor there. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But this episode gave me all the suspense and drama that I was looking for. So I agree with I don't mess with the spirits, only the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Yes, Holy Spirit only please. Holy Ghost only please. Now that's all I'm saying. If we can keep it at the Holy Ghost, we own to something, because that right there spooked the hell out of me. But I guess that's what happened when you go, pow powing people. Yeah. Mm-mm. And the fact that diamonds be doing roots. The old people say roots. They don't say roots. They do roots. The fact that diamond up there doing roots. Say, why is Clifford still fantasizing over little murder though? Surely we can find a man more handsome than him. Child, he is in love with little murder. He can't let it go. I'm not sure why he can't let it go, but he cannot let it go. That might have been his fantasy or something. I don't know. Don't ask me because I couldn't tell you. Thank you. Thank you, DT. Holy Spirit, activate. They scared me tonight. I was sitting up there watching that saying, let me out. That's all I can say. Let me out. Hmm. So, so why am I getting the impression that this next show that they got on Zeus, this Baddie South, this season 2, something telling me this about to be real embarrassing. I can't swear to it, y'all, but something tell me this about to be real, real, real embarrassing. And the reason I feel like this about to be real embarrassing, because that girl Krishan Rock with the snagger too. Hey Nadia, that girl Krishan with the snagger too. They talking about she dirty. They say this girl is dirty. Whoever Persuasion is, I think that's the one that got thrown in the sink. Because the fat girl, well, I don't want to say fat girl. Let's say, what's the PC term for I like groceries? Okay, well we'll say the girl who likes groceries. Yeah, it's gonna be embarrassing. 'Cause they say the girl who likes groceries just called it out in front of everybody to say, well, who had something to say about Krishan being dirty? And if you dirty, you dirty. The people say she was eating and just throwing stuff everywhere. Whatever she eats, she just put it down wherever she at. She don't pick up behind herself. And she said something about it. And yeah, that's the one. That girl put that girl in the sink. I guess she said, I won't wash a dish, but I'll wash you. What you say? Hold on. You said we call her Porch. That sounds mean. That sounds mean. Pleasantly plump or BBW. Okay, okay. Pleasantly plump. You don't think they gonna get mad about the front part? BBW? Okay, I can see that one. Thick bodied women. I think it's more than thick bodied. I don't. I can't swear to it. I can't swear to it. But I believe. I believe the BBW. I think will fit. I'm just saying. I'm afraid that that's a little more than thick body. I'm afraid. Oh, I know what else we talked about, child. Yes, La, the food connoisseur. I like that one. That sounds real classy. I like that one. It sounds classy. She's a food connoisseur. It was the food connoisseur that was missing and told Krishan that that girl say she nasty, even though it sounds like it might be the truth. But listen, what else we ain't talked about, y'all? Because I know we came on here before and we was talking about what Santana did, talking about Blue Ivy, which is a little black baby. So apparently somebody else went and found some more of his tweets, y'all. And he actually was talking trash about Cardi B and her child too before that child even got here. Talking about she funny looking, she should go ahead and get rid of that baby. I'm like, wow, you a hateful, nasty stuff. And the fact that you talking about somebody look funny so they need to get rid of a baby. Baby, you look funny. Your mama didn't get rid of you. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused as to how he even had the nerve. But the fact is, they went ahead and they put that out there. Saucy Santana, yeah, very problematic. And what's bad is, I'm gonna tell you, if I could really tell the truth, I had been giving him the side eye ever since what he did to Miami Tip. I'm just saying what he did, how he did Miami Tip. Y'all remember that on Love and Hip Hop Miami? Because he got mad because she wouldn't lie about what happened at that club. Yeah, he's crazy and disgusting. Hmm. But this is the whole point. The whole point is how he did her said everything. You tried to weaponize your sexuality against people who simply asked you to not go up on the stage with the girls who was actually performing and pretend that they discriminated against you when no they didn't. All they did was ask you to stop being inappropriate. You got into it with other patrons at the club. They put you out. And he got mad with Miami Tip for telling the truth about what actually happened. He's just a terrible person. I've been watching him since then. But I was like, okay, well, maybe that was just a moment. But then now here come all this. You talking about people, children who need to get rid of children. I was like, Santana, please, no. Hey, Miss Sparkle, you up already? Yes, DT, he problematic as heck. Who else children you done talked about? All I'm gonna say, you better not talk about my kids because I ain't Cardi or Beyonce. I ain't got nothing to lose. Will thump, will thump. I'm just saying, enough is enough. Oh, I know what else happened, y'all. Let's talk. Let's talk. So how about wait a minute? Kids say babies should be off limits. Blue Ivy and Culture are some beautiful children. They are. Ain't nothing wrong with them kids. But I mean, even I wouldn't care if you have a baby or you give birth to a child that look like a mole rat in the face. Ain't nobody got no right to say nothing. If you see a baby and the baby ugly, then all you got to do is say them some nice shoes. That's what all us do. Ooh, that baby's so precious. Girl, I love how you had that child fixed up. That's all you have to say. Ain't nobody asked you to be critiquing nobody, baby. And the fact that, most people know better than to do that. That someone got popped during that incident, which is say, nah, I'm gay, and I say that, say this, Saucy needs to stop. He does. He does. He going too far. And I think he going as far as he go because he know, hey, if I talk about little black kids, ain't nobody gonna say nothing because I can always stand up under some alphabet. Lala say, normally I don't rock with cancel culture, but in this case, I would be willing to support that decision. Santana is doing way too much with those tweets and he need help. And he still ain't apologized. Instead, he doubled down. He was wrong. I don't understand what's so hard about saying, you know what, that was childish and I was wrong. It should be that simple. And the fact that he can't just do that is disturbing to me. Why are you not able to just say, you know what I said was wrong? That should be a simple matter. I'm sorry. But get this, let me tell y'all what else happened, child. How about Shakara is winning again? She won the women's 200 during the New York City Grand Prix. Now I absolutely like that. I absolutely like that 'Cause now Sha'Carri back winning, the He-Man Woman Haters Club, or should I say the He-Man Black Woman Haters Club, they acted like this girl hadn't had time off, like she hadn't been grieving, like she hadn't faced all kind of disappointment. They cracking jokes because she lost a couple races. Now she back to winning. I wanna see what the He-Man Black Woman Haters Club got to say now, because she's clearly back to winning. She's clearly doing what they can't do. So let's see what happens. But I'm very proud of her, very happy for her. Um, Floyd got inducted into the Floyd Mayweather, that is, got inducted into the House of Fame, and I thought that was pretty cool. He got emotional, but I thought that was straight up. The man said he had to get emotional because boxing is blood, sweat, and tears. I guess he said he done bled and sweat. Now it's time for the tears. But I was real happy for him to see him, doing his thing. I thought that was pretty cool. At least I think so. But yeah, child, I'm not even gonna talk about this Summer Jam situation because that's the other thing with Santana that's done got interesting. So when he was in Houston and he put on the yellow and he called himself doing the little Beyonce booty bounce, I guess called himself playing at the crowd and they was unenthused. I heard some people say that there was people out there booing. Yeah, the rest of the crowd was just standing there looking at him. So he was at Summer Jam. Um, they saying the same thing, that the crowd was not really rocking with him. They was just looking. It's interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen with this boy, but I do know one thing for sure: between Beyonce and Jay Z, they will quietly hit a button on you. They'll be done push the button, and that'll be the end of it. DC say he ain't apologizing because he's a narcissist. He doesn't believe his words are wrong. Right? He want to blame it on. Oh, I was only 19. You was a full grown man, a full grown man picking on a little kid. Wait a minute. So I'm confused. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't understand what's happening. Hold on. Yeah, everybody right now is all about Summer Jam. Everything is all about Summer Jam. They killing me. They killing me tonight, y'all. I ain't interested in the Summer Jam. Mm. Hey, Antoinette. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask y'all about. What y'all heard about Tim from over there at Sweetie Pie's hips? Have they sentenced him yet? What's going on? Say they should have hired the Sandman to sweep him off the stage. I don't know. I think after a certain time, they gonna just let you kill yourself, and then they gonna let you sweep yourself off the stage. Yeah, they'll be done came for him, but I don't be studying about them psycho fans, the beehives, the barbs, the how it is, all the more weird names. The fact that you calling yourself a name like you a street game and like you a street gang in West Side Story, I can't take you serious. The problem is between Beyonce and Jay Z, they got enough pull and enough influence that your career will really be over and nobody won't have to go on social media. That's the scary part. DT said someone should have screened security and pulled him off the stage like that scene in Head of the State with Chris Rock. You so crazy. Say his trial starts in September. Okay, it starts in September. I don't know because I know they say his mama had made some statement, I guess, responding to everything that came out. Oh, Miss Robbie, like how messed up is that? You done lost your grandbaby, and then your son finna go to jail, and then you know they had the rumors out saying, "Hey, Spiller, I was looking for you earlier. What you doing up?" Talking about what we doing up. What you doing up? You know I don't sleep. He'll say, "I'm not sure if he was sentenced, but his Miss Linda body built behind needs to be under the jail for what he did." Jennifer Williams wasn't lying about it. No, Jennifer wasn't lying. Jennifer said that man scared her, and I believe her. I believe her. You forgot about Tim. Can't believe he did that to his nephew. He is the true definition of you can't put anything past anyone. Girl, if his family, them the first ones you better watch. If I told y'all how my family treated me after my mama died, you wouldn't believe it. If y'all had any idea how nasty them people was, honey, honey, family sometimes are the nastiest people you ever got to deal with. Like, don't get me wrong, I got some cousins that's down by law, and they have been loving and supportive, and I wouldn't trade them for all the tea in China. But when I say I can count them on one hand, I can count them on one hand, and the rest of them, I listen. Don't call me for nothing. I don't care what's happening with you. Don't call me. At this stage in the game, I feel like nobody should be shocked at Snake family members. Nobody. Now I feel bad for Miss Robbie, but you know, it's just par for the course. It's just par for the course. Say the sad part is I will believe you, sis. When my grandma passed, my family acted a whole fool. Girl, ooh, I want to say it so bad, but I just don't believe in airing family business out like that. I wish I could just say I went through that too after my mom passed. It was ugly. It didn't get but so ugly because I know how not to talk to people. Like I'll leave you alone. I'm one of them people. I don't care who you are. I will leave you alone. I'll give you a whole lot of left alone. You ain't never got to worry about me bothering. Not long as you live. Hey Jacob. I hope your week starts off good too. Good to see you. Uh-oh. Did you say 3 more likes, y'all? 3 more likes. Please like the video as you come in. Thank you. Like I say, it's just unfortunate. Like it shouldn't even have to come down to that. But unfortunately, like as I said, sometimes your family are the worst people in the world. They the ones that's gonna treat you the worst. They allow on you quicker than a crackhead. They will steal from you. They will mistreat your children if you let them. They will wipe their feet on you if you allow it. Like you just don't know what they won't do to you. Phyllis say, I had fell asleep early. I missed the first live. Just finished listening to the replay. I was scrolling the YouTube streets and lo and behold, found my family. Yep, we up on here. I couldn't sleep. And then I just had a chance to watch episode 2 of P Valley and I could not believe what done happened. Ain't nobody tell me Diamond was supposed to be the root man. He a whole root man. And ain't nobody told me nothing. Ain't nobody told me nothing. I didn't even know that man was no root man. That's scary. That is downright terrifying. I think so anyway. Let me just say that. Maybe some people ain't terrified by that, but I'm terrified. You too big to be the root man, sir. Think about that. That's somebody that can chase you down, beat you up, tie you in a chair, and shake all kind of chicken feathers over your head. That's scary. DT say they'll do all of that and end up and expect you to pay for their wedding and the next rent for the house they sleep in with their no jobs. Oh yes. Oh yes. Treat you like a whole dog. Lala say you speaking a whole words that sometimes I want to excommunicate myself from my family. Well, baby, call me excommunicado. I no longer have a mother to tie me to any of those people. I deal with who I want to deal with. And if I don't want to, I will not. Child, P Valley done turned into True Blood, Interview with a Vampire. It's done turned into the American Horror Story. They scared me 3 different times in this episode, Jacob. I was sitting up here. You know how you be flinching so hard. I was flinching so hard, I almost caught a Charlie horse. You ain't watched the second episode. You forgot about it until I texted you last night. Oh, you forgot. Well, it came on again tonight. They'll probably play it again because they say the next episode come back on Sunday. So I'm like, that's cool. DC say he's definitely too big to be a root man. Sure enough, you can't be no root man and you that big, sir. You got to pick a struggle. That's scary. Absolutely frightening. Mm. So then get this, right? This is what's real funny is how about it's the one of the little news channels put a poll out and was asking people, do they care about the January 6th committee? Hey, Militia. You say, I think the supernatural stuff shocked everybody. Was not expecting that from this show, truth be heard. No, I wasn't expecting it. Militia, I was sitting up here. I had to ball up my fists, my toes, everything. I said, what is going on? So you mean to tell me y'all done knocked this man off and he got a spirit running right? I said, oh, hell no. I wouldn't go back in that club no more for no reason. You couldn't get me to go nowhere in there. Mess around and get in the hallway and get spooked half to death. You done peed all over yourself. They'll be done change your stage name to Pissy Pamper. Say the fact that Clifford knew. Yeah, Clifford knew he was into them roots. As soon as that girl got messed up, he took him out there to Clifford. He took her out there to Clifford. So he knew. Yeah, that spooked me. That spooked me. It really did. But yeah, now that place there, the way they got it, they don't. It's almost like they changed the entire vibe. Season one, they made it look like it was fun and it was funny, and the girls were just crazy, and it was just people dancing around, people being broke, people trying to get tips, and Lil Murder trying to rap, and people trying to cook chicken wings. It wasn't scary. Now it's giving me creature feature. It's spooky. Now the club don't even look like no fun. You got Miss Yellow running in the ground, and then to top it all off, as if that ain't enough. Now you got Casper the unfriendly ghost in there. I definitely understand since I'm definitely learning family don't always have to be blood. Show don't. That's why we came here, all of us, and created our own family. Sometimes them people you got blood in common with, that's all you got in common with them. Ask me how I know. Now kids say I'ma definitely watch this morning. Looks like I need to watch P Valley during the day from now on. You might want to, before you be sitting up here like me thinking your neck itching and ain't nothing touching you. DT say, LOL, my news this week was the people from the UK released a song about that that man. And Prince Andrew is a sweaty Nance. I cried laughing over that song. That's so crazy. Oh my Lord. I didn't know that happened, DT. Jacob said the camera footage showed the dead man was a bit much. Yes! You almost ran up out of there. Jacob, you like me. I was like, who let me out? I had to remember I was in my own house. I was over here reaching for the blick. I'm like, okay, Lisa, what you gonna do? Are you gonna shoot the television? Like, what you listen? I ain't like that because I wasn't expecting that. If I'm gonna watch a horror movie, then I'm gonna know that I'm watching a horror movie. Why? Because I went and sought out the horror movie to watch it. But the fact that I ain't get to watch the horror movie. I wasn't looking for no horror movie. I'm looking for drama and twists and turns. But this was a twist and a turn that I was not prepared for. So the last episode of Peabody was basically the purge mixed with interview. Oh, I guess you were saying P Valley. Nah, the Purge wasn't in it yet. I think it's coming. But yeah, they riding in hearse. Um, you got a witch, you got a spirit, you got the root man, and the backstab. There's a lot going on. I kind of figured that was P Valley. I knew it couldn't have been Peabody because we didn't watch Peabody. I guess that'll be your name if you get caught in that club by yourself and run into the unfriendly ghost. You'll be Peabody. DT say make sure you have your holy oils and water, all the versions of the Bible. If you Catholic, have your rosary, have your priest, your bishop on speed dial. I would also encourage you to put your prayer cloth on your hair before the episode starts. You right, DT. Because that was something else, y'all. I ain't lying. I'm sitting up here steady, like I'm about to knock the hell out myself, hitting my neck. Because my neck keep itching after I watched it. Like that's how bad it had my nerves. You know, y'all know how you see something that's kind of creepy and make you skin itch, like make you feel like something touching you. That's what it did to me. C May say, "Oh, uh, now that you say that about the camera scene, it makes sense. A Diamond's statement about keeping the ring as protection, right? But that's some bull crap. That is some bull to the crap. That's what it is. Some bull crap all day, and I mean all day." You say thanks for the heads up before I watch. I'm gonna have my Holy Spirit care package ready. Not trying to open any portals. Yeah, I don't think we gonna open no portals. It ain't that deep. But it's just creepy. It's just creepy. You know, they sold the creature feature at us. They sold the goddamn creature feature at us. Say Mercedes was right to kick Haley out. He was around, so you got that right. I'd have put that heifer out. And you know what else I do? I wouldn't go back to that club. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wouldn't go know where she was at. Matter of fact, if I was at altar call and she walked up there when the pastor said everybody come to the altar, I would leave the whole church around for her. Everywhere she went, I'd leave for her. Mm-mm. Cause ain't no way that club gonna be comfortable no more. You gonna be uncomfortable in there. Let me tell y'all something. It's some buildings, they just got bad spirits in them, and you know it. Hey, Miss Wilson. Good morning. They did it give you Thriller video vibes. Thriller was that fire. I like Thriller. I remember trying to learn that dance. This gave me the vibe like, okay, let me tell y'all, it's early, so it's just us talking. I can tell y'all a story. Y'all ain't gonna kick me out if I tell y'all a story. Say, remember the way to kill a vampire is to put a cross right in front of it. Yeah, but they got rid of the body. I think by the means of chopping it up, so they ain't got to worry about no vampire, but they might have to worry about something else because Diamond was like he trying to make sure the hag don't ride him. So it's a spirit issue with this situation. Ain't no undead. It's just a spirit. Okay. Alicia say, tell it, I'm here for it. Okay, sis. It's just a handful of us. The rest of our kinfolk sleep. So I'm gonna talk a little bit. So as some of y'all know, everybody don't know, but as some of y'all know, I worked for a whole lot of years over at Lower Correctional Facility in Marion County, Florida. hmm Lower CI. Well, anyway, I was at the women's unit. Now, when I first got there, I was working the women's unit, men's unit, and the annex. Now, about I want to say maybe the third year, fourth year, they split us up and they said, okay, you don't work the men's unit no more. You work either or. I got stuck with the women. That ain't where I wanted to be. Because them heifers full of drama and not the funny kind. They just aggravate. But anyway, so I'm over there in all those old buildings. So there's an area that used to be, they used to have appointments over there, like psych appointments or whatever. It was like, it used to be I dorm, I think. Yes. So anyway, they It was some kind of fire had went on or whatever, they closed it down, and then they opened it back up enough to where we could store stuff over there. Sometimes the site specialist would use one of those empty rooms to do appointments. Not often, but sometimes 'cause they had portables there. So, y'all, sometimes I'd have to go in that hallway to go pick up supplies for my nurses. Make sure they had things, make sure I had things. Sometimes we run out of things in sick call, where the inmates have to sign up and pay to have a visit, just for over the counter stuff. Like if they wanted milk of magnesia or, Tylenol or something for constipation, like simple over the counter stuff. But sometimes we will run out of things and, rather than have them come off, I would just run and go do it. So y'all, you have to, go through doors and, anybody who's ever worked a prison yard, you need keys to get in and out of everywhere. So it takes time to get in and it takes time to get out, if you get my meaning. So I went over there to that old hallway and it had this weird smell. Nowhere else in that prison had that smell, y'all. And I'm not somebody that gets scared easy. Like I'm joking about jumping at this movie because it was just like, a little creepy. It was a movie. But real life, I don't get spooked like that. But it was something about that area, y'all, that thing gave me the creeps so bad. Every time I went back there, I would get this feeling like I felt like I was gonna have to fight or like somebody was watching me. You get in that hallway and it's like you knew you were being watched. And then you had to, unlock the door to get into the hallway. And about halfway down to the left was the room where we were just storing all this stuff that we didn't have room for in medical. And you would go in there, and even when you turned the light on, it was like the room never really lit up. The lights was on, but it was still dim, if you understand what I'm trying to explain. And the stuff would just be piled up, and it was stacks and stacks and stacks. And so you could walk in the room, but you could never just see the whole room. And you always felt like it was somebody in there with you. Yeah, that was the feeling I always had. And it's like then when you got ready to leave, that feeling would be more heavy than when you first walked in, like something wanted to walk out with you. It got so bad, y'all, when I left, I would always walk out back. I never walked out with my back turned. I always walked out back. It was that bad. And so when I saw this crap tonight, like that's what it took me back to. I'm like, yo, so y'all finna be working in a place like that? Phyllis say you shouldn't have been in there. It was my job. You know what I mean, sis? You understand? You don't work that prison yard. You got a job, you got a job. So I did my job, but it was just it never sat right with me. I was never comfortable. And I had, girls that wouldn't go back there. But I was gonna go because we had something to do. And I'm like, okay, whatever the case may be, you're not gonna stop me from getting my money. Because I gotta get this work done. I got to get the work done. So I would just go head on and go. But when I say it would just be so bad, it was just certain times it was just that bad. Now there was a couple of other places on that compound that made me uncomfortable, but nothing like that old I dorm. There was something about I dorm. I don't know what they did to them people in that dorm back in the day, but whatever it was not kosher. Let me just tell you that. He'll say, I remember MSNBC Lockup had an episode where they talked about one of the prisoners was haunted as the inmate was killed in one of the buildings. The imprint of the body you could see. Child, y'all be surprised what's going on in prison. They clean the floors and the imprint reappears. Mm, I'm telling you, Spiller say there was some places Spiller refused to go. Spiller would go home. I know that's right. Now, you know what? I probably should have been that type of girl, but Locke wasn't that girl. Locke was like, we gonna get this done. Today we are. Y'all, I listen, I got the same spirit now that I had back then. I don't quit, I don't lay down. Quiet Storm say that's why I don't do ghost tours and haunted house. Me either, girl. I ain't bringing nothing home with me because spirits will attach themselves to you. I told you every time I would get ready to leave from that hallway, that feeling would get so heavy. When I say I promise you, I walked through that door backwards. I never left that hall with my back turned. I always back through the door, turn my back and walk through that door backwards. I never walked out of there with my back turned. Never. Tom G say the fact that you couldn't walk out with your back turned. I couldn't. I could not. Nothing wouldn't let me do it. Hey Jamie, nothing would let me walk out with my back turned. I'm just I'm naturally sensitive like that. I pick up on stuff. I know when I'm in danger. And literally, when I tell you every time I walked in that hallway, I felt a sense of danger. I never felt safe in that hallway. Even if somebody went with me, I wasn't comfortable. Like we'd be back there together and all of us would have that feeling together. It was never like, oh, if somebody go with you, you cool. Child boo. Somebody go with you, you still be shook up. Hey BJ Des. Good morning. I'm telling you, it didn't matter who went, same result. He'll say, I remember we were going to go through the haunted house at Six Flags. We were in line and the roof caught on fire. I was like, we out, time to go. Let me tell you something. I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. I don't celebrate Devil Day. I don't do none of that. Listen, real life is spooky enough. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Now I don't mind what I'll watch a horror movie or something here that ain't gonna kill you. It's a story. You just watch the story. But I think this one just caught me off guard because this was the last thing I expected. Like if I know I'm watching that, then it's like I got my mind ready for that. I'm already, on my guard, you know. But in reality, I was not prepared for that tonight. And Stella is scared of rats. Stella was not going in some places and definitely couldn't let the inmates know. Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Mm. How about I took an inmate back there to help carry some things because we would have helpers, orderlies that would come down and work in the infirmary and stuff. So I told the girl, I said, come on, white. I need you to help me carry some stuff. So I brought that girl back there. When I say that child was so scared, she looked like a trap rat. I was like, look, you need to calm down because the quicker we get this stuff and get up out of here, the better for both of us. Yeah. That child was scared to death. I felt bad, but I needed help carrying that stuff because I wasn't gonna make 3 trips back there. No, I was not. Not me. I wasn't gonna make 2 trips back there. The one trip was stressful enough. So I definitely was not gonna do it 2 and 3 times. That part I can guarantee. I'm just saying. Mm-mm. But that's the feeling that that show gave me. So let me see. Okay. I think I done covered all the gossip for now. So listen, I'm gonna get up out of here. And then what I'm gonna do is because I'm definitely not going to sleep. But I will be back with our update later in the morning. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We can't go nowhere yet. There go my Angie. Hey, Bookie. Good morning, gorgeous. Are you feeling better? Mm, wow. It's good to see you. But yeah, anyway, y'all, I think that's all the gossip we got for now. But I will be back. I will be back. I will be back with the news and the updates. And hopefully something interesting will be in the funny papers by then. Oh yeah, I well, I wish I didn't understand, sis, but I totally understand. This one time I wish I didn't, but I sure do. But in the meanwhile, listen, y'all have a good morning. It's still early enough. So if y'all want to go walk the track before you got to go to work, go walk the track. Do your stretches. If you don't want to walk the track, jog in place in your house. Take time, do your stretches. Sit down, grab them toes, hold it. Stretch them legs as far as they go, hold it. You know what I'm saying? Stretch your arms. Make sure you say your prayers. I know, boo. I wish you didn't either, but we in it together, baby. We in it together. But this is the thing. Do something, get your body moving. I know it's early, but it ain't nothing we can't handle. Ain't nothing we can't do. After all, we ain't got no hanks riding us. We ain't got rid of no bodies and nothing else. So let's have a wonderful day. Let's be positive and productive and make sure that we stay encouraged. Make sure we remember to encourage other people. Okay, keep a smile on those beautiful, beautiful faces. And I will see y'all in a few hours because it's already almost 6 in the morning, which means it's almost 7 in the morning on the East. Okay. So I will see y'all later this morning so we can get our update in and any funny papers, if there are any. What's this? Sabrina Muhammad. How are you? Thank you so much. What a beautiful picture. This sister got a beautiful smile. I'm glad to hear that. That's right. So listen, we'll talk a little bit later this morning. Y'all have a wonderful day. Make sure you smile at somebody and hopefully they smile back at you. We'll talk later, y'all. Bye. And make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Thank you. Bye, guys.